Hey y'all, my name is Lita Monet and I'm here with
Catalina.
we're here doing her mental health check-in video and we just gonna get right into it and just check on how she been doing throughout the year, couple days. I like to ask my guests what would they rate their mental health from a 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Honestly, I'd say a good 6.57.
Okay, what's contributing to that 6.5?
Well, I just I'm very successful within my modeling career so far, and how consistent I've been working, that makes me the happiest.
Okay. So what's the downfall of it?
The downfall of it, I'm not exactly where I want to be yet. It's a lot of push, a lot of pressure that I put on myself to get to where I want to be in my modeling career. And then finances. Finances are always a difficult situation sometimes.
And having to invest in yourself in the modeling and shoots and
bills on top of all of that.
No, and then everything is going up now, inflation. So that's definitely a big stressor for everybody right now. I feel like even if they feel like they're not stressed out about finances right now, I feel like everybody is.
Yeah, in some sort of way, for some reason.
All right. So how do you expect this interview to go?
I don't know. I was thinking about it in my car on my way here. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I hope I don't end up crying. I didn't do my makeup for that reason, just in case. I don't know. I don't really try to set expectations on anything coming into them. So it helps me not be so anxious, because I do also have social anxiety. So
okay.
I just go with the flow.
I like that. I made 3 people cry.
Really?
I don't think I made them cry. I think them answering the question, they made themselves cry. But yeah, I mean, it happens. It's mental health. It's just emotions filled with stuff. Yes. So it's like sometimes it'll trigger you. But to get to our first question, what is your views on mental health?
My views on mental health. Well, everyone's mental health is different. I feel like mental health is a very sensitive topic. It can really go in any direction, like from psychotic to the best thing in the world, to fucking glitters and rainbows, you know? So it's a touchy topic for some people. For me, I feel like it could be very light. I don't really have a lot of like dark mental health, so
okay. So what's one thing that you wish people knew more about when it came down to mental health, or you wish you knew more about?
For me and for other people, like for the world, I want people to understand, like, everyone is going through something. The way the mind works, no one quite has full understanding of it. So mental health, like, you just have to be very mindful, like very empathetic, passionate. Like I said, everyone's going through something, and that's just something that everyone should keep in mind. Mental health is different for everyone.
Definitely.
I love psychology. I have some psychology textbooks too, and I used to work in a psych office for a doctor. So I used to do the psych tests on patients and everything.
The intakes and stuff?
Yes.
I love doing intakes. I'm sorry. I love doing intakes, because it's like, you finna change in 10 days.
Yup.
But to keep going with our question, what's the earliest memory you got of feeling disappointed?
Jeez. It was my dad. I love you, Dad. But back when I was younger, we didn't have the best relationship in the house. I was always just in my room, locked up. My first memory of being disappointed, I think, would be when I was actually trying to talk to my dad, and he was just so angry he wouldn't listen. So it got to the point where I was like bawling my eyes out trying to talk to him, but he was just so mad, so angry. It was just blocked off. And it was just, I couldn't do nothing but go back in my room and shut my door.
Do you think that made you more equipped to heal in isolation?
Yes, big time. Isolation is actually one of my flaws now. Yeah, bad.
I be saying like it's bad with me too. Like I really isolate. Like it was a time where I like completely stopped texting people.
Especially when COVID happened. Oh,
Mhm.
you said I had you said I can quarantine myself? Say less. I never left
hated
my
that.
house.
I hated quarantine. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really go nowhere, but I hated it.
I loved it.
I'm a codependent
Yeah.
on like other people, so it's like
yeah.
I did not like being isolated whatsoever. But I mean, I had lived with my mom and my sister, but it was still like I'm stuck with y'all.
I've lived by myself since sophomore year of high school. So that isolation took a whole different type of turn. My parents don't even visit my house that often.
What's your relationship like with your parents?
Now it's so much better than it was when I was younger. I mean, honestly, when I was younger, my mom was my best friend. I went with her everywhere. I heard them keys. Ma, where's you going? Because I'm coming with you. I never really liked being in the house alone with my dad. He was just always angry. Like, it was anytime I came out of my room, he was mad about something I didn't do, or something I did do but did it wrong. Like, so as soon as I got the chance to move out of my house, I did. Once I moved out of their house, my relationship with my dad got better. So over time, that grew, and honestly, it kind of flipped. Like my mom and I relationship, it kind of like grew more distance, but my dad and I kind of grew closer. Especially now in the current life. My father was diagnosed with 2 types of cancer. So our relationship ultimately became very close. Like, no girl wants to lose her dad, no matter what. Like, no matter what we went through. That's my dad. That's my daddy. So, and then my mom and I, we're still pretty close, but we're not as close as we used to be. And I kind of feel like that's also my fault. Well, no, I'm gonna put it on both of us, because with me living by myself in the isolation, it's like 24/7. I prefer to be by myself. But her and I will text all the time. And then as I grew up, like, I don't like being on my phone. You can ask anybody that try to text me now. I'm gonna take my time. Like, I'm gonna respond when I feel like it. And the same thing goes for my parents. So now it's just I'm fully dependent on myself. My parents can't really help me, even financially. So I view everyone. People are people at the end of the day. My parents, they're humans. They're people at the end of the day. We have a different bond, a different connection, but my life is what I make it at the end of the day. So I just depend on myself.
Okay. How does answering that question make the little girl inside of you feel?
Makes her want to cry a little bit. It does. Because it's like you always want to be real close with your parents, you know? You always want them to be there for you. But it also makes me feel empowered, knowing that I can just do this shit myself, you know?
Yeah. I would say I'm not the closest to...
Just a little bit.
The closest to my mom. I did grow closer to my dad because I stay with him now. But like, I feel like it's a real big disconnect with something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I think the parental thing is like the root of everybody's issues. That's why I like to ask people connections to their parents, because it's like all that stuff shows later on.
It does.
In relationships and friendships and career choices.
The way you connect with people, the way you converse with people, why you move a certain way with some people, why you feel like they might be moving a certain way, but maybe they're not. You just feel that way because you've experienced that with other people, you know? So yeah, definitely.
Who would you forgive?
Well, honestly, the first name that comes to my mind would be my father, but I've already forgiven him. I forgave him after I moved out and when our relationship became closer. I don't really have any unforgivable energy towards anyone in my life.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
I'm pretty
really
forgiving
good.
when it comes down to it. It just takes understanding. It takes a lot of understanding. If I don't have the understanding, then I can't come to peace with the story, you know? But once I have the understanding of why certain things happen the way they did, or why a person was the way that they were during that time, then I can come to an understanding and make peace with it.
That is so mature. I hold so many grudges.
Yeah.
No, I'm really getting out of it, but I definitely do be holding some grudges. Sometimes, like, it'll be something in my mind that just be like, Melita, bring it up.
Bring it up. Talk about it.
And I'll just be like, that happened 3 years ago.
No, see, I will bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Even if it did happen 3 years ago. Like, this is something that's been on my mind. You know what? I need some understanding. Can you give me some clarity? Because I'm still a little irritated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you feel like you got any barriers when it comes down to, like, creating boundaries?
So I'm bad. Like, I just simply say I'm not a people person, because it really does takes me something to actually jump that hoop and be open to people. Like, you can put me in a space where there's a bunch of people and I'm reserved. I'm gonna be in the corner chilling with either my people or by myself, or I might just scroll Instagram, or I'm gonna partake, you feel me? But I only really speak when spoken to. So it's something that I do have to work on, because I think a lot of people view me as rude or conceited and stuck up. And I'm a very confident person within myself, so I can see how that is seen that way. But I'm so cool, for real. Like, I'm so friendly. I'm a lover. So if people, come up to me, like I said, I speak when spoken to, and I show love when love is shown. And it's always genuine energy when it comes to me, especially if it's genuine energy given back to me. Oh, you give me an inch, I'm gonna go a mile for you. I will. But, like, it's always a wall at first. It's a demeanor you gotta break through when it comes to me. Yeah. And a lot of it has to deal with trust. I don't trust anybody. So you gotta show me that you're a real genuine person, and then maybe I'll be like, oh, okay, I can trust you a little bit. I can open up to you. I can chill with you. Like, okay.
Yeah. What qualities do you feel like sabotage your relationships?
How reserved I am. How independent I am. Yeah, because, like, I don't feel like I need anybody. And a lot of people will tell me, like, that's a flaw on its own. Like, everybody needs somebody, but I just be like, I just need everybody to stay away from me. That's my energy. But I don't know. Yeah, I think that's my biggest flaw.
I think I definitely relate to that one for sure. Because I sit there and I'll be like, what do you bring to the table?
Exactly. Like, I'm a people watcher too.
But then
so
I'll be feeling too dominant. Like, I feel like I'm trying to be the man, and then the man look at me and be like, oh no. Like,
But honestly,
I never give submissive or, like, anything like that. I'm kind of like an alpha.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I don't either. And it's like, honestly, because I've been in situations where I've been with a man and he'd be like, why aren't you submissive? Like, why aren't you? And I'm like, well, you're not bringing the dominant energy. Like, you're just here. You're just here. Like, honestly, I take care of everything. I pay all my bills. I live by myself. I own a house. I own my car. Like, I get my nails, my shit's done all the time by myself. Ain't nobody contributing. Okay. Not even to my mental. So what do I look like submitting to you? Like, make it make sense.
That's the main thing they need to consider. Like, all the 50-50 talk and this and that, like, it never added up.
Like, y'all didn't learn how to actually be the man of the house. That's the thing. When it comes down to, like, families and stuff, like being raised like mom and dad's in the house, I get it. Not everyone has a 2-parent household, but even a father should know how to, raise his son to be a man, and mothers know damn near just enough to do the same. And having other men in the family also helps a lot too. But also just being observant and knowing how, like, even if it is just your mom in the house, you're the man of the house now. You're helping your mom out. You should know how to take care of a woman at the end of the day. Like, so if you don't know how to take care of a woman, you can't expect her to submit to you. You don't know how to take care of it.
Right. Okay, then. Clock it.
Clock it.
All right, y'all. So for our last question, give me 3 words to positively describe yourself.
3 words to positively describe myself. Intelligent, laid back, and confident.
Okay. We love that. We love that. All right, y'all. This has been Catalina's Mental Health Check-In, and we hope to see you again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow the journal page at Note to Self Journaling on Instagram, Note to Self Journal on TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube, Note to Self Mental Health Journal.